Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is Bunnysays. I'd like to welcome you to another edition of Minecraft. Thank you for joining me. Let's see, where were we? Ah, yes. I think today I'm going to do a little bit of exploring, then I'm going to head back towards that, I was going to make that base. Not here. It's a little... Oh yeah, somewhere around here I was going to make a base. Then I'll stop preparation for that base here. Yeah, this looks like a good spot. I think there was a mountain there or something. I was going to drill a hole through it. Go straight to that town. Also, yeah, there's two farmers there. I can pull a boat right up there. And I think I might make another base down... somewhere further south, maybe down here. Or maybe over here, I don't know. I was thinking here before, I believe. This is that mountainous area. I think I'll just keep away from that for now. That was the one with the big, huge, weird stuff going on. Okay, so if I hope you don't mind, I hope you pardon me. I hope you don't mind if I'll just do some light exploring, and then I'm still wondering what's around this place. Yeah, I'll go down here, hook around north, then head north. Okay, I'll do that. At some point I will have to head back. I'm out of food. I'm starting to run out of food. Well, I can always kill a few cows. Recycle a few cows. Okay. Let's get a move on. Hope you'll pardon me if I'm a bit late with an episode or two here or there. There's been an excruciating heat wave going on here for the past week or so. And it's been pretty brutal. Temperatures are hitting above 100 degrees, and it's like hitting somewhere in the 90s. That's somewhere like around. That's about 33, 34 degrees Celsius, like around there. And up, And I'm trying to get away from these people. Oh, I should have put my bed down faster. Okay. Hurry, sleep. Quickly. Alright, let me do something I do want to do. I'll keep that going for a little bit. I think that sounds just about right. Yeah, okay. I do want to hear, forgive me if you're annoyed by sound, I do want to hear some sound, so it makes it a little easier for me to actually play. I will try to cover up any really loud noises, though. Yeah, it's been really brutal here, and oh, I almost jumped in there. Okay. And with the humidity's been really extremely high, like 80-90%, like in the the type of humidity where you're just sitting there and sweat doing nothing, just absolutely nothing. And sweat will roll down your back and off your chest and everything. That type of humidity, And it's with the humidity, it's been over the feeling of the temperature has been well over 100 degrees, you know, like 100, 105. It'd be, it's like, yeah, like 39 degrees Celsius, something like that. Like it's starting to hit towards 40 degrees Celsius. 38, 39. Actually, about 39. And the problem is that, you know, the room I'm in doesn't have air conditioning. I only have a fan. And I can't really put the fan on me when I'm recording. Except that I sometimes get away with putting it, if I just move my microphone a certain way, I could get away with putting it on very low, which does almost nothing. But the problem is that the computer, after I, you know, have it running for a little bit, it starts to heat up the room. And if there's, you know, there hasn't been a lot of breeze or anything either, it's been that type of hot. And the computer will actually heat up the room I'm in, and it will up it by another 10 or 15 degrees. Depends on, you know, depends on how bad it is, or how long I've had the computer on. The room I'm in could easily hit 115 degrees. You know, that's, you know, hitting towards like 45 degrees Celsius, like around there. So what happens is, you know, the room just gets way too hot and I can't take it. You know, it's that simple. This is town. So, I do have an air conditioner in my bedroom. So what I tend to do is, I've been hiding out my bedroom and reading, basically. That was... Okay. Oh, okay, here we go. There's a lot of people here. For a minute there, I thought the town was hidden under the sand. Okay. Alright, what's going on with this town? There's all green guys. Leather worker. Yeah, there's a lot of green guys here. Now, the green guys are idiots, I think they're called. That's what the game calls them. I don't call them that. The thing is, they don't trade, they don't do anything. I think they might be placeholder for if they want to put later villages in the game. Okay. What was that guy again? What was he? He was... Is there a door right here? What did I just... Okay. Oh, that's weird. I thought there was a door right there. Okay. Oh, I need it. Okay. Put that there. Butcher. Okay. Cleric. Okay, what's this door is? And there we go. Oh, the green guy. Okay, another door. Blocked off. Oh, that guy might be a librarian. Let's see what he is. Oh, he's a cartographer. Okay, so there's mostly brown guys. A couple of butchers, a couple of other guys, and a cleric. Okay. A couple of clerics. Alright. That's it, huh? Bummer. I'm looking for the town that's just full of librarians. Just total librarians. Oh, maybe this guy is one. Oh, another cartographer. Okay, great. Alright. What do we call this town? Call it... I couldn't care less about the cartographers. As far as I can tell, the cartographers don't make anything useful that I want, that I can't already make myself very easily. And yeah, that's it. I guess the only thing to use for is to trade off paper, you know. But anyway, it's been so hard, and honestly, I've just been staying in my room there and reading. I picked up a book, by the way, called Shadows Over Baker Street. It's a collection of short stories with Sherlock Holmes. And in this case, it's a bunch of short stories of Sherlock Holmes mixing with Cthulhu. Well, not Cthulhu himself, but in the Cthulhu mythos. There's surprisingly a small cottage industry of writers who will write stories about Sherlock Holmes and the Cthulhu mythos, which I think is sort of great. It fits around the same time frame, generally. Wow, this hole in this mountain looks awesome. I want to take a look at it. But yeah, it's sort of a mixture of horror and Sherlock Holmes, you know. I haven't started reading it yet, but... Interesting, look at this place. Some tunnels. Some wacky tunnels. Oh, monsters. You know, I was just thinking, I wonder if... Hold on. Okay, no. I was just thinking that'd be cool if you had like a lantern. You carry around, that might be an interesting thing to add to the game. Or a lit torch, like you could light a torch and hold it in your other hand, you know? That'd be sort of something. I've also been listening to some podcasts. I listened to some guy doing history podcast. Again, if you want to check out a few different ones, like lore, I know Dr. Oasis said he liked it. The lore podcast. There's a web page called the Dark Myths Collective. It's darkmyths.org, O-R-G. And they have a listing of about maybe 25 different websites. They have in different categories, like true crime, history, and like supernatural stuff. They have a good mix of different ones there, so you can find different people who like different ones. And several of them are pretty good. Or at least the several history ones I listened to. There's the one I was listening to was called, let me throw it on my bed here. It's called, fake history. And it's this guy sort of going through. It's a historian guy. He's going through, or a history major guy. He's going through different, myths about certain things, and what I like about it is he's not there to just sort of, just sort of destroy everybody's collective fun, and he's not there to just sort of say, no, that's not true, you're an idiot. He goes along with, he'll bring up some myths that are fun, and sort of, he's quick to say they just, you don't know, some things might be true, might not. There's just no evidence either way. But he throws out the sort of pretty good myths about certain stuff, and some stuff he does debunk, but some stuff he'll tell you about them. So, and he loves them. He tends to like those stories too. So that's what I like about it. He's an avid listener of. I think he likes myth a lot. But I also think he is an historian, so he's quick to take the time to say, okay, what can be corroborated, what isn't, what has actual basis behind it, that type of thing. So he's not just going along for the ride, Okay, this land is running out, huh? There's another ocean on this side. Looks like it. Alright. He's very passionate about his things, and that's at the same time keeping a sort of a level head. He's not, he doesn't go overboard. He had a very interesting episode on. Oh, actually, this reminds me of something. Okay. I'll talk about it in a minute, but he had an interesting episode on. I almost never hear about this guy. What's his name? Masumi something, or Miyamoto. I guess Masumi Miyamoto is supposed to be this vastly, crazily awesome swordsman from Japan, And he's going through the different stories about him. And I found it interesting because I almost never hear about that, There'll be different stuff in the anime and things like that, but not, that's sort of fanciful and not what the old actual stories are about, Same way that you see stuff about King Arthur or something like that nowadays, but it's almost nothing like the old stories, But I just thought it was interesting to hear about that, and it's funny, the old ideal of that he was a Ronin. He supposedly ran around in I think it was the 1500s, and he was a Ronin, being like a masterless samurai. And he supposedly started up several schools of swordsmanship of his own. Well, he didn't start them up. People who encountered him started them up. But he did supposedly have his own two-sword style. Which I thought was pretty interesting. What I found more interesting was the way that he won some of his duels. which were not the awesome, the awesome affairs of honor that you would imagine they were supposed to be. There's a story about some guy that he fought and he killed this guy. He had this fight. He supposedly won 60 duels in his, more than 60 duels in his lifetime. Most of them duels to the death. But one of the duels was that, he fought this guy, killed him, alright? And supposedly he had a brother, and he had two brothers, and one brother came after him, of course, and went back to fight him, and now the thought was that the brother would bring a couple retainers with him, basically retainers, you know. Oh wait, is that the jungle? Oh my god, have I been running along the jungle this whole time? Wait a minute, hold on. Oh, and he brought some retainers with him. He brought a couple, just a couple, you know, his right-hand man, you know. And the idea was that he thought he would, you know, fight this guy, and, you know, if it was going bad for him, well, I mean, the brother thought if it was going bad for him, you know, his retainers would help, you know. And so the guy ends up fighting him, and I think it was I think it was him. He fights the brother, and he knows the brother's up to something. So he arrives late to this duel, and he gets the brother all pissed off because he arrives late. So he just sort of ignores him and arrives like an hour late or something, a couple hours late. It is the jungle. Wow. You know, I hadn't even realized. Okay, so maybe we'll make a... Oh, wow. Wait a minute. Where am I? Oh, that's why. Okay, I went real far north. Way, way far north. Farther north than I should have ever gone. Okay. Anyway, he kills the brother. Right. He kills the brother and then runs off before the heat... know what it was? He arrived late the first battle and pissed the guy off real bad. And the guy was so enraged, he ends up killing him, right? So the second battle, he did the same thing. I believe he did the same thing. And then the thing was, there was a third brother, and the third brother was like 12 years old. So he he challenged this guy to a duel. Now, obviously, the 12-year-old kid isn't going to beat the guy, right? So the family says, okay, you challenge him, and then what we'll do is we'll set up an ambush for this guy, and we'll put, you know, a bunch of samurai guys hiding around, and, you know, we'll hide them in certain places, and you know, when the duel's ready, when he comes out, we'll have all the guys jump out and kill him, you know, ambush him. So now, of course, the guy knows that something's up. He knows there's something going on here. The 12-year-old kid is going to beat him. They wouldn't have done that. So instead of arriving late, he arrives extremely early. He arrives like hours early, checks the place out, and then notices that some guys are coming to like hide there and stuff, and so he figures out where they're all going and where they're all hiding and stuff, and keeps careful note of where they are and all this, and he hides himself in a certain place. So the kid arrives there, and they expect the guy to be late again, you know. The kid arrives there, or I assume they do. The kid arrives with his couple retainers or whatever that he's allowed to come with, you know. And so he goes up to the place where he's supposed to duel, and So he gets ready, and then so the guy breaks out. The guy, Asumi, the Miyamoto guy, breaks out of his hiding place, like bashes this kid on the head, like literally crushes his skull with the sword, like bashes the kid in the head, and then runs off, then takes off. So he just jumped out, killed the kid, and ran off, knowing that he was knowing where they were, so he could get away. Oh, I went the wrong way. Okay. He basically made sure he knew the route he could escape from. He just jumped out, slammed the kid, and took off. Which I thought was sort of funny, It's funny, you watch all the samurai movies and stuff. The guy would come out and kill like 15 people, But in this case, he just ran out, beat the kid to death, slammed the kid over the head, crushed his, bashed his head in, then took off. Basically. Which, if you think about it, it's probably smart. It's probably what he should have done, but just, you don't sort of think of it that way. Okay, what's going on over here? Okay. There's a whole thing here, huh? Okay. Oh, another skeleton. You know what I will do is... Oh, it's not a skeleton? God. She's all over the place, aren't they? And I get zombies back there. It's not a skeleton and some zombies. Okay. I'm gonna get some stone first into the sleep, and I'm gonna block that up. Oh wow, is there another hole here? Another hole, okay. Yeah, because I'm gonna make this my pier or something, my little landing area. Like the other one, but not as prominent, not as big. I will make it a huge place. I do want some stone though, okay. Okay, alright, wait a minute, I'll dig over here. I'm gonna need a certain sort of quarry anyway. Might as well start here, I guess. Yeah, I just thought it was right there too. And the guy supposedly pulled some other moves like that too. And the historian guy was questioning. There was one battle the guy had where the guy possibly ambushed the guy in this island, the duelist, and maybe he regretted it, and like he was sort of ashamed of it and sort of hid it. But the thing is, the idea was that the guy was a big proponent of he eschewed different samurai codes and stuff like this where his idea was you did whatever you had to do to win, basically. The end result was that two people went to battle or two people fought, and one lived, and one walked away. One walked away, and that's it, like, and you did everything you had to do to sort of walk away. And he supposedly just sort of laughed in the face of tradition and all this. Which is funny because I thought, well, not all the time. There were other stories about him that grew out him were all these crazy stories, you know, about how great he was and all this stuff, but which I thought was sort of odd because I always think of, you know, you think of Japanese society, you think one thing you think of is probably the very one thing you think of is order. They're very orderly people, and to sort of hold tradition or hold legends about a guy who sort of just spit in the face of tradition and didn't follow any of the normal codes. It's really interesting. It's an interesting idea. That they would, you know, that they would venerate him and make legends of him, you know. Okay, there should be plenty of stone. Okay, yeah, that's plenty. But what it was making me think of, I was thinking of, when I said hold on for a minute about it, was because I was thinking about just the last of, well, just a couple games I was looking at that I was looking at that was sort of interesting at the E3 thing. And one was the Ghost of Tsushima. That looked really, I thought it looked really promising and interesting. And it's a, if you don't know what it is, it's sort of a, a game where you're taking the role of a samurai, and it's fairly, you know, like it's historically based, which I thought was pretty nice. Because you don't often see, it takes place in feudal Japan, basically. And it looks like you're a ronin, a wandering samurai. And it's during a certain period of Japan's history and all this, so I thought that was fairly interesting. And it looked really good. I mean, it looked excellent. I was just thinking about different, oh, okay. There we go. I'm gonna have to fill this up here. There we go. That water area looks weird. Okay. On here. Okay, whatever. I'll leave it there for right now. But I was just thinking of for the stuff that's coming out this year, or at least anyway, was Tomb Raider, the new Tomb Raider game. That looked really good. I like me some Tomb Raider. The new reboot is really good. That's weird. When did I get that? Okay. And one thing particularly I was trying to look up stuff about Metro Exodus, which was a continuation of the game Metro, which I actually liked a lot. I actually read the book of that as well. I didn't read it beforehand. It's a Russian novel. I can't remember the guy's name specifically, but I didn't read it in Russian. I read it in English. But I read it long after the game came out. After I played the game, I found that there was you could get a hold of the novel, and I read it. I really liked it. It just had a weird feel to it that to me is sort of familiar, but at the same time, you don't often, I don't often come across. You know, like there's a because it's Russian. It feels sort of different and exotic, but at the same time, you know, somewhat sort of familiar. It's not like a Japanese story or a Chinese story or something like that where it's totally alien to me. Not totally alien, but in a society that I'm not well versed in, you know. Other than like, you know, anime or something like that, which I don't. It's not, you know, it's not Japanese society, you know. So it was, and it was a good story. It was a good like mix of science fiction and fantasy, and well, not fantasy, but sci-fi sort of story. Yeah, if you don't know what Metro Exodus is, it's supposed to be in a future sort of apocalyptic Russia, where these different people have set up like sort of like small communities underground, basically, in railroads and the railroad system, and there are these sort of monsters that, well, they're like mutants, like crazy sort of mutants. You might consider them sort of. You might say they were zombies, but they're not. They're not zombies. I mean, they're supposed to be a sort of mutant. It's the idea of a sort of a mutant race of crazy sort of mutant hybrid people. And they're starting to grow in the service, you know. I mean, in the railroad system, it's getting worse. You know, that's the story, basically. It's this guy traveling in the system. But I don't want to go into it too much, but it was good. Put that there, I guess. Okay, what am I going to do with this place? I guess just dig out some of it, I guess. Yeah, I guess I'll just dig out some of this area, then I was going to dig a hole there so I could go through water like I did in the other one, but and it won't be that long, but there's that big tunnel system in there. Oh wow. Let me take a look at the other side of the mountain. If I do that, I'll do it off camera, but you know, of course, but oh, and the new Tomb Raider game looked really good. It was, you know, she's down in like the Mayan, it's like a Mayan story, a story about her down in like Central America, Mexico, you know. Aztec or Mayan, I'm not sure which one it was. Okay, this doesn't look too bad. I guess I could. Oh, okay, really. Town's right there. So let me look at the. If I dug, say, through here, I'd come out here, I guess. It's not even that. Actually, it's not even that far. I could dig around the mountain, I guess, and put the pier. Oh yeah, maybe I'll do that. Because maybe this water, I could just dig up this land here to all the way over to here. Yeah, okay. I think I'll do that. And then I'll start a little base at the end of this water area. Okay, yeah, that looks good. Alright, let me set some stuff up. I'm gonna need some wood. And because I want to put down a couple chests and stuff like that. Alright, let me throw down a crafting table. Right by the base of this tree. And let's at least make that one. Okay, let's get some more. I'll need more wood. Let's leave those 2 oaks there. Actually, no, because I'll put some oaks over on this side here. Plant a little forest of oak trees there. So he has some oak, readily available oak. But yeah, that game looked good. And then what else was there? Oh yeah, the game was of course Resident Evil 2. Which looked up pretty awesome, actually. That's actually something I was thinking about. Was I have the Resident Evil remaster and Resident Evil 0 remaster. And I was thinking of playing one of them and putting it up. I played Resident Evil back in back when it first came out, back in a PlayStation, the original PlayStation. My cousin's PlayStation. He had it, and that was like 25 years ago or something, but you know, we played it, and so I remember almost nothing about it, you know. Okay, let me put down the trees first, saplings, so they'll start growing. But yeah, so that I was thinking of, you know, playing that. That might be fun. Okay, that looks good. Yeah, because I was thinking maybe I'll probably play the 2. I'll play the 2 at some point, the remaster. Of course, it doesn't come out until January next year, so. But okay, we'll get rid of one of these trees. There was something else I was looking at as well. Was I know The Last of Us. I can't play it. The problem is I can't play. It's like The Last of Us. I can't play it because I don't have a console. So I sort of hate that. But of course, there's Kingdom Hearts is coming out, and a lot of people are going to like that. Oh, and the Crash Bandicoot came out. Just came out a few days ago. And I don't know if Fantastic Oasis is going wild about that, or playing that. That'd be interesting. I'll be picking that up at some point. I think I will do a Let's Play of that at some point. That'll be sort of fun. Because that's one of the few games, like platformers, that I actually enjoyed. Like, I enjoyed a lot. Because it was just sort of simple, and had a simple idea, and was just great. You just spun around and jumped, you know. And I was like, and it was sort of funny, and I had a sort of funny attitude towards it. Man, I remember playing it, having a really good time playing it. Okay. Alright, let's see here. Okay, that should be it. There we go. We'll go down a couple chests here. What the heck am I doing? Okay. Okay, yeah, I want to do this. Okay. On the ground, and then put one here, and then, yeah. And put a crafting table here. That's what I want to do. What the hell? Okay. There we go. Now let's throw some stuff in there. Dirt, stone. You know what? I am going to have to make a couple, probably some ovens. Just in case, I'll make a couple of extra ovens here. Oh wow, don't I have enough stone for another oven? Wow, really? Okay. I'll quickly get one more. Enough stone for one more oven. Oh wait, did I throw the stone in the... Okay, never mind. I'm here, I'll grab it. I didn't say it before, but please pardon me if you hear wacky bird sound. Birds are going wild, and actually they quieted down now, but they were going nuts earlier. Okay, yeah, I did. What am I talking about? I knew it. Okay, there we go. And I'll pick up some local coal and whatever later, but okay. Let's see what else I could keep here. I'll put the coal in now. One of these things. Okay, there we go. Some wood. I'll take all this stuff back with me. Okay, I drag the rest of the stuff back with me. What did I do? Where did I park my boat? It was down along here, I believe. Yeah. Yeah, it was down here. I think. Wait, no. Nope, I came through here and parked over here somewhere. I'll just make my own boat right here. And I'll start heading back towards home. How much, 5. Okay. 5 wood. There we go. Nice. Acacia wood boat. There we go. I'm gonna need some, let's see, at least a shovel. Yeah, I'm gonna do some crazy digging, a couple buckets. Bunch of stone. You know what I'll do is I'll dig out a whole river going along here, over here through that, through this area here, around the corner over there, and then I'll set up a little wall next to it, like like as if it's a dike wall, like like a wall like that, going along the side on both sides. Make it look nice and pretty, you know. Maybe I'll make a little paved, in the ground I'll make a little paved stone or something. Make it look nice or something like that, you know. Let me put a couple torches here. Actually, put them like that, just so when I'm coming back here, I'll see it. Okay, what do I do with that boat? There it is. And that's it. Okay. I'm gonna head back. I hope you mind me babbling on there a bit. But I'm gonna head back, get all my stuff. I won't do it in the game. I'll do it offline. And I will go back and bring all the stuff back here. Then I'll start up my construction here. So let me put the marker for a base. Okay. Put that there. Yep, okay, that looks good. That's perfect. And yeah, I'll head back and just grab some stuff and do my thing and bring it all back. And throw out some more saplings. Acacia plants need a lot of space because of the way they grow. So you have to sort of be careful of where you're putting them. Oh, you have to at least make sure there's some space around them. Okay. Alright, that's good. Alright, thank you for joining me. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Bunnysays, and hopefully we get a lot more done next time, so. And I'm hoping it will cool off. And, I don't know, it's supposed to be really hot, so please do forgive me if for a day or two there's something, if I'm a little delayed by a day or two. One thing I do have done is I played there was a game called The Awesome Adventures of Captain Spirit that is free. It's a game based in the Life is Strange universe. It's a separate story, and they put it out free I guess to promote Life is Strange 2 coming out. So I picked it up and started playing that, and I was recording that, so I'll be putting that up at some point. But, so look forward to that. Anyway, thank you for joining me, and I'll say goodbye for now.